Additional remarks. The good member from the 35th, Representative Griffey.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This has been a long debate, and it's one that pulls my arms in different directions to the point where I feel like they'll be dislocated. But if you will, Madam Speaker, let me tell you about my wife's 18th birthday, and it really matters, so please give me a little latitude. On her 18th birthday, I gave her a voter registration card. This 18-year-old girl who I'd been dating for a very short period of time was somewhat flabbergasted at the time, but she took it. To say the least, I did go get another present too. But she didn't understand. But I want everyone to understand my commitment to this. I was just slightly older than her, and the biggest privilege that I had, I don't know if it was a big privilege, but I registered for the draft at 18 years old, and I also had my parents give me a voter registration card, and they had me fill it out in front of them and told me how important it was. I knew because they'd been preparing me for the right to vote probably for my entire life. Their passion and love for history is unmatched and unparalleled. Any other, we can argue on this floor if you want about different parents' historical perspective and history and love for history. But Madam Speaker, I don't want that to get in the way of the next thing that happened to my lovely wife. She had a monster that preyed upon her for her entire life as her stepfather. Let's think about this for a little while. If he would have been convicted, we would love to have got him to be convicted. We would have loved it if he would have had to serve out his time, and he would probably ended up in the special offender unit. This man then, this monster, could have then voted to change the laws that incarcerated him. This person who tortured and victimized a young girl for so many years could then have the right, while still being treated for that predatory crime, he could have had the right to change that law. Well, still, and let me bring out another thing. Many times I've worked with my colleagues on the other side, and I respect the good gentleman from the 45th more than I think he even knows. He has taught me a lot about this place, and he has helped me here. But many times I've been talked into changing sentences because, first of all, they will still not have the right to vote. And they won't be in confinement, yes, but we're going to put an ankle bracelet on them. They're still going to have to pay their LFOs, and they're still going to have to pay the restitution. And let me say right now for the record, LFOs don't matter to me that much. The victim compensation matters to me a lot. A lot. I don't care about penalties of the government. We can scrub those away. I don't care about the other fines that we put in place. Those don't bother me that much. I think that is somewhat of a debtor's prison argument. But when it's talking about a young girl who was systematically tortured by a monster for nearly her entire life, we are going to say that that individual, before he fully completes all of his treatment, that person now gets to write law or help write law or vote to write law? I think not, Madam Speaker. I am very passionate about this. And there is a lot about this bill that I could get behind. A lot. But I can't get behind that. I passionately urge this entire body to vote no on this bill. We can get it right. And we can give people back that thing that I cherish so much as to give, and I thought it was the most passionate gift that one person could ever give, a voter registration card to an 18-year-old girl. That's how much I'm committed to this. But I am equally committed to this bill going down. Thank you, Madam Speaker.